It's the proverbial poker marathon in Razvedov, and we've just crossed the halfway point. Tired, emotional, frankly a little sweaty, but keen for some more from the Party Poker Live Big Game Germany, because after some Omaha drama, the game now changes.
I got the hat! I got the hat!
Hello everyone, we are halfway through the Party Poker Big Game. Yesterday we saw big Omaha action with the largest pot at a little over 400K. But today our game of choice is of course No Limit. And we've switched the lineup up a little bit, and fireworks of course are coming. The big game, my friends, continues.
We've got some new faces at the King's Casino featured table. We'll get you familiar with them soon enough. Commentary to start with comes from yours truly, Jesse May, and the one and only Simon Trumper.
Stellar lineup again tonight. Seat 1 we have Sam Trickett. He's sat down with 50,000. Currently the rest of the table are sat down with 20,000. Seat 2 we have the Wolf. Seat 3 we have
Wolf.
Seat 4 we have Daniel Pidun. Then we have Leon in seat 5. He was the first player voted off yesterday. You'll be pleased to know he will not be voted off today. We've removed that option. Joining the table soon is Rob Yong in seat 6. Then we have Steffen Sontheimer in seat 7 and Michael Van Gerwen.
This is Rob.
Yeah, this is really exciting to see Michael Van Gerwen. I mean, I'm a darts fan. I'm sure there are a lot of darts fans out there. But Michael Van Gerwen is also a poker fan, and he likes the game. He's played a lot, and I don't think he's in terrible shape here. Anything could happen.
We were supposed to talk business.
But we saw yesterday. I mean, I'm sure. I know that he has played No Limit Hold'em before several times, so he's in the same seat that our qualifier was in yesterday. Walked away with 71,000 euros. I'm sure that Michael will be brave enough to mix it up with these guys. Number 1 in the world in darts. Previous world champion, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's actually number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. I mean, you know, he's that good, right?
He is. He's awesome.
And he's very aggressive. I've seen him play a little bit of poker, and you know, he's not a passive player, which is going to suit him well here.
We need to play some darts for money.
That's no problem. Poker.
That's for money. That's no problem, he said. That's for money.
That's the same I play all the, That's the same I played poker against.
That's
Why
for
not?
money. Warren, I said we need to play some darts for money now. He said, that's no problem.
Poker is a slight different.
There's no luck in darts though, that's the problem. We have to, you have to find a way to handicap yourself.
Yeah, you need to close the eye.
Yeah, blindfolded. Blindfolded.
This is a very big casino, and it is busy as all get out. There's a 25,000 super high roller going on in the background just behind us, Simon. There's the millions going on, tons of satellites and tournaments.
Steffen with queens. He's on the button.
Yeah, let me just take a little housekeeping here. As you said, players sitting down with 20,000 mostly, blinds of 100, 100.
Yep.
And the game is No Limit Hold'em.
The white chips are 100, the purple are 500, and the yellows are 1,000.
For those of you who don't know Steffen Sontheimer, he's the German that's cashed for more than 10 million. Hold it, that's not really gonna narrow things down very much, is it?
No, there's about 100 of them.
When? You lost?
Steffen's
Yes.
When?
Last night.
Where?
Here.
Oh, on this table. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if I win every chip on the table right now, I'm still not even. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, Sam had a bad day yesterday.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Just go step
He
by
did,
step.
and he got a bit unlucky. I mean, there was some very big pots. We had one pot over 400,000 euros. What do you think if you're watching now? Will we get up there? I think that we have a chance of €1 million pot tonight.
It's almost certain that we'll beat yesterday's number, that's for sure. And one of the good things about this lineup is Rob is sat on the right of Leon. Right. With those two, when they're sat together, they will start needling each other and having some real laughs. You know, it's going to be a lot more fun than yesterday.
No, for next time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jan Hackman suite.
and I would say there's going to be a little bit of straddling and blind betting going on as well.
Straight, no problem.
Do you remember yesterday with the qualifier, the guys had said to us prior, they said, oh, we're just going to take it easy. We're not going to be doing many straddles. Within 15 minutes, straddle was up to 800. At one point in the night, it was 6,400.
I said I gave you too nice of a room that you don't want to live it. Welcome back to King's Casino.
Oh, here he is, the man himself, Rob Yong. He lost that 420,000 pot and still only lost 32,000 on the session.
Him?
Yeah, and I mean, for me, you know, the most exciting part of the session was Rob lost a bit of a big pot, and he wiggled his finger and said, "I'll take a rack." He meant a rack of green 5,000 chips, which was $500,000 set on the table, and I think we might be seeing that kind of action tonight. It is a real mix of playing experience here, Simon. Looking at Ashcan there, and Ashcan just went for it with the king high on the river.
That was an attempt at a robbery.
Wrong player to do that against.
Yeah.
Well, with the wrong card as well. You know?
You tried to rob me?
It's like half the price in London.
Thrilled if you are joining us here. A couple questions for you.
Not my weather.
Be interested to hear what you're thinking about this. Yes, last night we were seeing who would win the last man standing competition. It was clearly Isildur. Of these 8 who have sat down right now, who do you believe will be the last man standing?
Pretty much all German.
Simon, what's your guess?
Of these 8,
Yeah.
when he sits down finally, Rob, for sure. I'd like to see Michael play right the way through. Pretty confident that Sam will as well.
Australia.
I know that the Wolf is going to have to leave at some point.
No, he told me he wanted to travel a little bit.
Oh,
I'm with Sam Trickett myself. I believe there is no turn of events which will get him out of this game.
I know, but he said he wanted to make a little bit of travel.
And Slinky says Trickett.
I know, he wanted to support us.
Vegan says Rob. All right, so we got a little bit of action here. Now, Ace-10 offsuit up to 1,000. This is going to be the biggest pot pre-flop we've had.
Yep. Pots are still very small in relation to PLO game.
Big flop for Ashcan. And interesting, you know, Sam, that raise to 1,000 was intended to isolate Michael Van Gerwen and get Ashcan off, but Ashcan defended his button, flopped the nuts. He will now punish Sam Trickett. And do you raise or smooth call? I'm guessing smooth call because you're on the button.
On a rainbow board.
Yeah.
What?
Is it the biggest event?
What do you guys think? Call all day here? As well. Seems pretty obvious.
Yeah. This year?
Yes.
This year?
Yes.
Really?
What is this? Yeah.
And I mean, Van Gerwen's well within his rights to call as well.
Oh, great.
1,600. He's got a pair and a gutter.
Oh, it will be the same like last year. Overall.
So we saw Ashcan on the river. His opponent caught up, made the same straight. Is it going to happen to him again?
But this festival is incredible.
Now, what do you think if you're Sam? Do you shut down here?
Fantastic festival.
You do because obviously
you
with
started
going
the new
in
generation of
as
festivals,
well.
you know.
You now would be worried that someone could have 9-10 here.
I mean, we have to improve things, but look at this.
This is a PT says, I'm guessing the #1 player in the UK is used to these levels. Yes. Sam Trickett is the biggest money winner in the history of UK poker. He's cashed for over 20 million. These stakes are not
I think we'll hit it here as well.
that large for him.
We work very hard to hit that. You know.
The Cyan God, I totally agree with you. Ashcan, correct a bet
till
there.
the last second. Poker players are.
Yeah, that's not a bad bet. It's about half, a little under half pot.
Playing at home, a lot of time and so. But they love the festivals. I hope everybody comes and plays.
How many runners did the WSOP Europe main have? Like,
we had like 560, I think, something like that. Something like that.
This will be bigger. It's pretty.
I have fans there right with me, they're watching me.
600.
What is this?
600.
Leon loves suited connectors. Calls the 600 raise, 7-8 club. Steffen now with ace king on the button.
That's a raise.
He will definitely raise. 3,000.
And then you know
I
that.
mean, how sweet is this? You're on the button with ace king, and there's been 2 straddles, a raise, and a call in front of you.
You see everything. Huh?
Yeah, of course, I have to. Someone have to see everything, right? That's right.
Net met die flop hè, hadden we 10 boer joh. Ik kan met 10 boer. Flop is 19 koning. Ja,
Nice door card. Leon takes the front with his 7-8.
2, 9, 10, koning. Dat is
All you got to do is outflop him, Leon.
met 3.500.
They can't beat you if you have the best hand.
Ja, begin. Met die boer.
Feels like he's obligated to put a C-bet in. Well, if Leon called 3,000 pre, I can guarantee you he's not folding for 2.5.
I'm quick.
Pot is now 12,000.
Short game for me. For my
It's small,
son.
huh?
My son can play here.
Leon would put the lot in now.
My son can play with those guys.
Yeah, I mean that jack
Me no.
does make his hand look stronger, correct?
If you think about it, a 3,000 raise to a 600 bet tends to polarize to ace queen, ace king. Wanted to just take it down
This
there and
is
then, or
game for
get
kids,
called in
he
position.
says. His son can play this. My son.
I mean, it is funny because obviously Wolf's he is the
Leon
father of
checks.
Phil Ivey, so mixed marriage.
Oh, this time Steffen gets lucky. It's an ace on the river.
Yeah, Leon will know 100% that that was the worst card in the deck. For
All
him.
in? All in?
Yeah, quick fold from now.
Never. How could I bluff you? Oh, no bluff. Never.
Shows the ace.
No bluff.
So, yeah, I was saying before, Steffen really got into it with Phil Hellmuth, I think, in a recent tournament. And you can see he enjoys the banter at the
I don't
table.
know where Rob is.
Welcome back to the Big Game Germany, coming to you from Razvedov in the Czech Republic. Where there is now an empty space in seat 2, the Wolf has sadly left us. He backed out muttering something about the game being too small. Give it time, Wolf. We've only just started. Give it time. Oh well, sorry to see him go, but wolf or no wolf, there will be plenty more howling at this table. Howl!
200, 500 would be good this game. At least you can win the money. 2-5 and sometimes 1,000 straddles from somebody who wants. Then it's already an interesting game.
8 raise, 400.
Not everybody have to straddle, but and it's already the game is on.
3, 4.
I straddle, he straddles.
I love this play by Michael. Raises up with 9-10 suited.
4 raise, 1,300.
You know, unfortunately, he's run into the queens here, but he's now in position. You got to peel off the flop here. What do you think?
Definitely.
8 call,
It's cool. It's going to be easy to get away from this
Especially
if he
after
misses.
yesterday, there was $1 million on the table.
6, 7, 8 would be nice. Well, now he's going to lose a little bit of money.
We'll
Flopping
see.
top pair.
We'll see. He's going to have to call it a flop anyway. This is going to be tricky for Michael. We're going to learn a lot about his game here,
Yeah.
Simon, because, you know, this is
1,900.
See the action there. Michael made it 400, 3 bet to 1,300, which he called. He's going to call once here.
this now is advanced hold'em. If he misses here on the turn, he's going to have a very difficult, tricky decision because he could be way ahead or way behind.
4 check.
2-8.
Wolf was complaining the game is too slow. He left.
1,800.
Yeah, because he lost there, he lost 25. 2 times 25 the tournament. He lost said can't play 100, he can't win.
Rob has joined the table. So now how is Tomer going to play this? And he has re-raised, so he's set a trap there. Now Michael obviously can win with an 8, a 9 or a 10.
I didn't see it. No, we go on break, right? Oh, yeah.
It's a very, very big raise. Well, he's elected to gamble. He's all in.
Oh, Michael, you're all in.
Yeah, I mean, I think in hindsight, you know, Van Gerwen would have certainly preferred to check that turn. But now, once the pot got going, totally, he's got a bunch of outs, a 9, a 10, an 8, as you said.
I would have liked to just see him check back there on the turn, but let's see if he can get lucky, see if he's got his timing right. At the moment, Tomer way out in front with the queens. Plenty of outs for Michael.
Come on, you 10.
That's not one of them. So, and obviously, Tomer has played that hand exactly as he would have played against Michael. He'd have played the hand differently against one of the other pros.
So bullet 1 down for Michael Van Gerwen. That missed the mark, and I've never seen Tomer play before, but that was pretty good. That was pretty clever.
He played his opponent.
And that hand gives us our first significant movement in the money table, with Tomer now at the top and Van Gerwen at the bottom. Sam Trickett there, down just shy of $5 grand in this game. Combine that with the $131,000 he lost in the Omaha action. That makes for a sticky situation for the Englishman. But first up, a sticky situation for Michael Van Gerwen. What a decision to be made here. Oh, he's made it. This is going to be a race. 5 tickets of fate.
Well, they got action now. 3 all in since that's out now.
Jacks. Ace king.
I thought I put it here.
Oh, Jesus. Saying God says hard to call with jacks here. I don't know. Saying God. I guess Ace King is probably one of 2 hands that he's beating there. I mean, whether or not Steffen would have done it with the Ace Queen or the 10s.
Unlucky Michael. He's going to be requiring a 3rd bullet.
And that is unlucky. I mean, that would have been a great spot for him to double up. Not sure if MVG is coming back or not. Might have a bit of thing. Sometimes when you lose a couple bullets really quick, Simon, it's good to take a little break, a little breather.
Welcome back to the King's Casino Razvedov and the Party Poker Live Big Game Germany. Michael Van Gerwen has just busted 2 bullets and is now having a breather, but the action continues without him. A couple of new players due to arrive imminently.
Farewell.
Real shame for Michael Van Gerwen. You know, in a situation like this, he's not going to get away with also having bad luck and losing races like he did with those jacks. But meanwhile, back in this game,
Steffen's made it 2,000, trying to pick up that dead money. Never getting rid of Leon with ace-jack suited. In fact, Leon moves all in, saying, "You want to gamble? Let's get it in, son."
Nice, nice. I wonder how much gamble Steffen has. What do you say here, Steffen? First, it's Rob, though. And Rob, by the way, is going to find a lot of spots where he can take on.
Yeah. He's made the call, so well, he won a race, ace king against Michael's jacks, and now he needs to win this race and have his pair stand up and not get unlucky like Michael did.
Okay. One time.
Flops a straight draw.
Good flop.
Trips on the turn.
Oh my!
Nut flush draw for Leon.
That's action. That is action.
Yeah, 20,000.
I'm surprised that Leon's just bought back in for 20.
So Sontheimer there, he's basically ahead all the money. He's now busted 2 players. He hasn't lost a pot. He's been totally hit with the deck.
Yeah, Leon a bit unlucky there, obviously, but I mean,
Leon
he doesn't
played it
have to
fine.
flop a straight draw with his pair of fours, does he?
No,
It's like,
no.
What a flop, 3, 5, 6.
I'll tell you what, we were talking about who's going to be last man. Oh, here we got new players. Here's some
Oh.
fresh blood, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, the game was full.
It is Akintuna, and he will be sitting down with 25,000. Another German player. So,
I'm sorry, did you say his name was Tuna Fish?
Hold on a minute.
Tuna
No,
salad?
no, hold on.
Tuna salad? Tuna on wheat?
I'm getting different.
What?
Someone's saying he's German, someone's saying
Blue
he's from
marlin?
Turkey. Stop it, stop it.
He
And in seat 8, we have Albert Daha, who is Lebanese and is sitting down with 20,000. Rob makes it 1,000 with King 6 of hearts. Steffen just selects the flat from the big blind with his ace 10.
Ankin. Welcome to the game, Mr. Ankin.
Yes. Can you give the cards on the box? But your box is number 2.
Yeah, put them in this square here.
It's yours.
Yeah, like this.
Yours box.
Or this. Yeah, like that.
Let's hope Ankin isn't tanking.
3 players.
Queen 10, King 6, ace 10. Not a bad flop for your first hand. Flops the nuts.
6 checks.
He's just,
Is he wearing? I believe that's Gavinci. Really,
well, that's
really
scarf.
interesting ensemble he's put together today.
There's a face that's not sure what he's doing, but he's flopped the nuts. 3,000 in the middle.
Too bad. 1,700.
Welcome to the game, sir.
He's not watching. Oh, very
Steffen
nice.
will
Bravo.
try to improve with his straight draw
Look at it. Look at that.
to split the pot.
Look at the view.
Yeah, Michael Van Gerwen will be back. He's just chilling for a little bit. Reed trying to get out of it by playing.
Oh, look at this!
blackjack.
Look at this turn card, Jesse. This is going to be great for Ankin. Steffen probably thinks he's in front now. Ankin with the nuts, Steffen with the second nuts.
Obviously, he's not folding here, but does he have a raise? He does not.
It's really what?
And Ankin right now needs to know that his potential Steffen has a 10. He needs to overbet here, right? Make a nice sturdy bet.
Absolutely. He's called on the flop. He didn't. There's no way that he called with like Jack 8, Jack 9 to then call a bet on the turn. So he has to have a 10 in his hand. Steffen could put a nice bet in here. 6,000 makes it 8,000. This is hard for Ankin. Very hard for Steffen to fold. He's going to call here.
Yeah, she rescued it, right?
Yeah.
I saw her last time she was here.
Yeah. Nice pot. 29,000. Good start.
Yeah, yeah.
8, right?
Nice.
Nice spot for Ankin.
Oh, why can't we have pots like this all night?
Very, very good start. Welcome to
Seat
the game.
open. Seat open. Hey, there's Ayla with her lovely little dog.
Anything for her to eat?
Rob's a massive dog lover.
Now he can straddle.
He has,
Yeah, it is the new poker accessory, isn't it? The rescue dogs. I mean, everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it at the table.
Yeah. That or some more.
Yeah.
I think it's some more.
I'm glad you told me that was a dog, though. I thought maybe it was a rat. It's quite small. I mean, nothing against the dog. I feel like Ankin may be like one of those candles in the wind that burns very bright.
Do you guys sell those? Shuffle machine.
Uncle.
Huh? Steaming? Yeah. I need one.
Sam behind at this stage, but and out of position as well. Come to think of it, and that's nothing for nobody. If you're totally buried,
Just need one.
you look at Sam's hand and you say, "Hey,
A nice table back home. Yeah, very nice.
But Ankin had the lead, firing the C bet. Continuation bet.
Doesn't run much anymore.
I feel like if you've gotten this far, paid 3,200 for a 7-10 of spades, kind of hard to fold at this stage, isn't it?
Makes one success. Here?
Check out
Yeah, I've seen
this
it.
position Sam's got himself into now. He's stuck in 7,000 with
Yeah,
no
we'll
pair
try to
10
be nice
high.
and
I mean, Ankin's got him gasping. Is
Nowhere to
Trickett?
play big these
Well, that's
days,
he'll never bluff now. He knows how bad that card is.
Nowhere to play big these days. Before we played a lot in Cyprus. But now it's
One bet, 4,000.
going a bit down.
What do you guys think of that bluff? I mean, you know,
Yeah, not so many big games like I used to.
didn't bet much. Didn't bet much. I'd say it's a bit of a half-hearted attempt.
10-7.
But maybe he thinks he could have gotten Ankin off, what, 10s or jacks there, guys?
I knew I shouldn't bluff, and I knew I shouldn't do anything. Hoping you didn't have an ace.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Razvedov and the Party Poker Live Big Game Germany. We're playing Hold'em. The blinds are 100, 200. There's about 360,000 on the table. Let's get ready to gamble.
Like a pot of stew, this game is brewing, simmering. And I believe we may have a pot here because when you get a hand like the hooks in the straddle, there's a very good chance you can poop it as it comes back around. Seen a lot of jacks tonight, and we've seen Steffen pick up a number of hands from the straddle, which, by the way, he's putting the 800 on, so he is decided to start giving a lot of action.
West River.
Yeah.
West River.
And of course he's going to raise, isn't he? No, he's checked it. That's unusual. Oh my gosh.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Felt like
Cooler,
that
guys.
too, but
This
couldn't
is a
have my
cooler. I don't think Rob can avoid getting all the money in if he's asked, and who could blame him? He's got 5 outs anyway. But let's see. Steffen's got 50K back. See it going in? I do. I do. Super Snort says he raised. It wasn't a straddle. Fair enough. That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense if Steffen opened with the raise.
52.
Of course, what do you guys think? I mean, the fact that it was a raise under the gun means Rob should be a little less likely to get it all in here with ace-10. But I certainly don't think he's going to be on a check-fold mission. He is in a cooler spot, though. Well, Steffen raised under the gun. Rob called flop top pair, and now is trying to Houdini his way out of it. I mean, he knows what the situation is because, you know, Steffen raised under the gun, so he can't beat the overpair. But ace-10 is very strong.
We saw a situation there, didn't we? MPG with, I've seen Rob do this so many times. It's not worked this time. He might get lucky, get an ace or a 10.
Hello.
Right,
Wow,
and Simon, right, Steffen's thinking, I was just going to say, as an overall balancing range thing, if he does this with hands that include ace-10, it might be better for him overall.
I can't raise, so it's call or fold, yeah.
Wow. If Steffen has ever watched Rob play, he wouldn't be dwelling up this much.
It's gone a little red. I mean, he's thinking that it's two pair. It looks a little bit like two pair, doesn't it?
I suppose one of the other problems is he knows that Rob is absolutely well capable of having 3-5 here. Might have pinged a set of fours. Well, he's put the money in. Rob's not going to like this.
It's going to be a big pot, guys. 5 outs for Rob Yong, or Steffen Sontheimer goes to the moon.
One time.
Okay.
Nope.
That's a big pot. That is a big pot. 100,000. Steffen is only in for 20, so he's about 80K ahead. Rob Young's taking a hit, I do believe.
Yeah, he cracked the jacks of MVG with his ace king. He won with the 4s, didn't he, against Leon, who had ace jack. And now he's won the biggest pot of the night with the pocket jacks.
Not surprisingly, that hand puts Rob and Steffen at either end of the P&L leaderboard. Rob, 62,000 stuck after a little over half an hour's play, and now bringing another 100K to the table. There's just shy of $500,000 in the game now, and that figure will only get bigger.
Just like
Yes, Rob Young not shy of bringing a lot of money to these games. He sunk 800,000 onto that Omaha table, left with 741,000 of that, I add. But yes, now 200K deep in here, lumped on.
Ace 4, he's going to fold. The 2 pros, fold, fold.
Ah, plays, he plays. Casino owner
Leon,
plays. I'll be
6,
very
7 of diamonds.
worried now.
Flats.
Normally limps with aces. He's gentleman.
3,000 from Rob with ace 4 on the button.
Yeah, but it's a super result.
Sam would have liked to see this flop. Jack 9 of spades.
Even closer to the airport than the...
Just got to decide what
Thinking
I do
about it.
otherwise there. Whether I do a really, really big,
biggest
proper,
raise?
nicely structured 25K tournament.
Yeah, he's just hoping that Leon wasn't slow playing a big pair. He's going to come over the top, but Leon quickly calls. So 6, 7 of diamonds, Jack 9 of spades. Rob currently in front, ace high, 4 kicker.
I would say this pot consists of the 3 Musketeers.
5K and a VIP room.
I mean, it's just...
Oh,
just
wow.
think about how to target all
Leon,
those US
the 6th
players
time we've
and
seen
play online. This is
a straight
such a big
flop.
market when you are in the Bahamas.
Yeah, that's one.
What is going on here?
Sit 6, bet 5,000.
Well, we kind of know all the players in Europe. But we know the US players as well, so that's the idea. We do a super VIP package, people qualifying, and they get the really nice hotel. We actually do a nicely structured 25.
Good fold.
6, 5, 4.
Leon doesn't know how much he wants to see an ace right now.
Check. 5 check. 6 check.
Rob doesn't want to see a deuce. Little value bet maybe from Leon. 19,300 out there. There it is, 7,000.
Right, bet 7,000.
You know, call me crazy, but Rob just paid Leon off 20,000 a few pots ago with the bottom pair. I think he could have bet a little bit more.
Sit 6 call, showdown 3.
Give the man the money. Just much, yeah?
I feel good. I followed the same hand because I was looking for Bahama.
He's, some days, you know, it's chicken and some days it's feathers, and Rob Young getting challenged so far.
6, 7 suited,
He's walked into a few buzzsaws.
See a flop.
Wants to play poker.
Hey, perfect.
What should I say?
I don't know, whatever you feel. I'll keep my eye on Leon.
400.
Changed his game.
I'm the fish in this game. Play every single hand because you guys sit there, don't play a hand. Never mind.
It's a dangerous game. This table is very dangerous.
Unfortunately, he is right, isn't he? I mean, you know, look at Tomer and all right, let's be honest, they haven't got cards, but they're not going to give any value. They're just looking for spots. Rob, Leon raised this time with his Queen 8 to 3,000. Rob insta-calls to King 9 of hearts. Good spot there for Albert to squeeze, but he didn't. Flats with Ace Jack of hearts. Sam, big sigh. No decision, Franken.
Looks like all in, right?
Oh, I would say that there is a decision in Ankin's mind.
With Queen Deuce against these players. A move, well, he can try it. It's not going to get through.
Look, if you're Ankin right now, you think the deuces are alive. I say you're between calling and raising here.
2, 4. 3
I was scared.
Okay. So at the moment, Albert's in front. Is Leon or Rob going to outflop him? Oh my God. Rob has got 120,000. Albert is about to double up.
Well, and look at Leon. I would not be surprised if Rob ends up winning money in this pot. How about that?
How much has Leon got? 40,000.
6 call.
Surely Albert's just flat.
They're all going all in. They're all going to get it in right now.
8 all in.
Leon is not folding.
5 call.
And now Rob must re-raise.
Yeah.
3 raise.
There's a big side pot here. Now, if it comes
Oh my
queen,
God. Can you imagine?
Oh, sorry, whatever.
Yeah.
Can I raise?
Leon got to pay for this. I'll tell you what. Queen or 8, what do you say? Leon takes a triple up.
It's amazing, isn't it? Like, I'm going to guess that Albert hasn't played against Leon and Rob. I mean, it's easy for people watching this to go, oh, well, he's got the nuts. He has to raise in this spot. But in actual fact, slow playing against these two aggressive players is probably the best to get it all in on the turn.
So Leon's actually got 30K back.
Thank you. Got change.
What does he assume that Rob's got? Because Rob wanted to raise.
6-5 checking the dark.
I mean,
Leon's checked, blind.
you know,
Rob
I
has to
think
bet.
Rob could have had ace queen with the ace of hearts.
6 bet 5,000.
Check.
I'll give you a chance.
5 checking the
Thank
dark.
you.
I just bet 5.
How about that? He's checked already.
5 bet.
Oh my God! Leon's caught the queen on the river.
It was nailed on. It was. I felt it.
This
Did
time
y'all?
me.
Did you? Anybody else feel that?
my
Did anybody else feel that?
So horrible.
Oh my God! Gracious me.
I called the river. You know why? Because he gave me a chance.
Gentlemen.
He gave me a chance. I can't. He gave me a chance.
Rob must have bet blind on the
Oh my
river,
God.
and Leon called before the
With the
last
nuts.
cards.
With the nuts.
No, he called before the queen
I
came
would have
down.
called anyways. I would have called anyway. I'm not fine. I know. I'm
Look at he's shell shocked.
He's screwed anyway because he's all in.
Doha shell shocked.
Leon, did you have Queen 8
To be honest with you,
No,
you know, we both know against
Suited,
Rob,
I wouldn't
Leon
play.
would have gambled anyway. So even if
all in on
Rob
the,
shoves on the
I
turn,
would
he
pay.
still calls.
Same thing, yeah.
He gets lucky.
I mean, it was a total cooler. Leon's now got the money.
I already.
Doha's
I have
stuck.
not much. I have 20K.
And Rob is now down over 100K, a sickener for him. But Rob's pain is, of course, Zuckernick's gain, with Leon having spun the 40K he started with into 105,000 euros. Pretty tidy for an hour's work, even by Leon's standards.
How does that happen?
What the reason?
How can I be third place with King Flush at Hold'em?
Yeah, are we still playing Omaha?
Ashkan puts the straddle in.
You were
I'm so glad you didn't have
I would have
20,000
called
chips.
Folds Leon.
Because then I go all in on the thing.
Big
He
pot.
calls with 2 pair.
No, maybe he folds, I think.
I lose the whole lot.
Maybe he folds if you go over.
Never. No, I don't have 300,000 here. And,
Never
you know, I
folds.
don't-
You saved
don't
me.
fold.
You saved me
5 call.
30,000.
I mean, I rather was not
Oh, look at
going
this.
all in
Rob's got queens.
on 2 pair on the flash draw.
Bit of chatting going on. Looks
You
like
know,
he's on
but-
tilt. Makes it 3,000. Over race.
I would have
Yeah,
called.
I know. I mean, it's tough to fold. You can have like king,
7,
queen,
8 bucks.
king
Not
of
tough
hearts.
to call for 60,
Tough to
70,000.
fold. Tough
I think-
to
Yeah,
fold.
70,000
You know, in
fold,
some
I have only,
ways-
only the I didn't have much left. I have to.
I didn't think you had
Remember
2
that hand
pair.
earlier where Ashkan
Anyway, the queen
played
shouldn't come
ace
anyway,
4
should it?
against ace 7.
Never.
He likes the
Time
ace
he
4.
folds.
8.
Leon, you're going to try and give a little bit back, give a bit of action. 3,000 total to call. Makes the call.
5 call.
Rob will be steaming if Leon outdraws him this time.
Ridiculous.
From 3.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
We need, always.
Oh,
It did make Leon giggle.
trick queens for Rob. Gut shot for Leon.
Really ridiculous.
Somewhere, but
He was.
what do you guys think? Is the 10 somewhere between probably coming and nailed on? Where on that range?
In the Omaha, we had a similar hand, didn't we, between Rob and Trickett. And Trickett called
I'm loving life.
and hit the perfect middle pin jack
Me?
on the turn.
I'm loving life.
Actually
when
gave him the
the
flush as well. But
Loving life.
All right, I know how many of you are sick as me. 10, 10, 10, 10. It's nothing against Rob. We just want pain. Oh, show us the river.
He gets away with it there, doesn't he?
I had a gap shot. Show it. I had a 9 jack. Is there a 10? Can you show us?
It's not my night, is it?
10? No 10. I paid you 5K.
Thank you.
Thank you. Not that. No,
Amazing, isn't it?
Small blind, please, 100.
Hey!
Yatman's in the building. Sat down with 20,000 yesterday, spun it up to 52.
At 9.
Lost it all to the Wolf. Pulled up another 20. Lost that as well. Called it a night.
Mr. JPJ, who's now having to play his. I don't think this is his road game is Omaha.
Definitely,
he is the Omaha World Champion, so he's forced to come in here on the back foot and gamble with the boys at No Limit Hold'em to get even. For those of you just joining us, love that you're watching, joining us here from the UK or Ireland, around the world. What's happened so far? Michael Van Gerwen, world #1 in darts, sat down, 2 bullets deep, Simon, but he's just taken a short break, and we're told he will be back.
Oh, Leon wakes up with aces here.
6,000.
Is he going to get any action? Possibly from Toma.
Tomer's on the button.
That's an over raise from Leon, 6,000.
Leon's like, pick up aces, you can't even get a flop. What's up, guys? There's no action here.
The second time, it's good. It's new at all. I can't with star.
Where's the Wolf, MPM? The Wolf's howling right now. The Wolf has taken a short break. He's not on the back rail. Just thought the action was a little too small, actually, and said he was going to come back a little later when the game got out of the dirt.
My English is not so good.
Sorry?
My English is not so good. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah.
You straddle some?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sunrise 3,000.
So, Steffen, pressure on the straddles.
What are you playing?
Sam's smart enough to know that when a player asks that question, he's trying to make his hand look stronger than it is. And he's going to be delighted with his top 2 pair, and he's going to hope that Steffen has got a big hand.
Check.
Surely check it back once. Oh, come on. Let the guy catch up a little bit, Sam.
3,000.
Sam's so strong, he wouldn't mind throwing Steffen a bone here. Give him an ace.
There'll be no counterfeiting this time, Jesse.
No.
We saw him counterfeit Leon's pair. This time, if a 9 or a 10 come, Mr. T would have full house.
I'd say, as far as the table is concerned, these are probably the 2 most accomplished No Limit Hold'em players squaring off. Is there any ego involved here? I'm gonna get you. I mean, there's obviously hands he can beat here.
7 call.
Simon, any straight draw, Jack Queen, Jack King, all that kind of stuff, right?
Steffen's caught a little bit of it on the river, so he might call another 10,000.
Well, he has, and I think overall you can't call that bet on the turn unless you're willing to call some rivers without improving.
Come on, Sam. Bet the same amount on the river.
Just go all in, Betty.
If a player's called me on the turn, I tend to bet the same and get the call on the river.
Right.
That's how I do it. He's checked it back.
And so that's a very interesting decision Sam made. What do you guys think about it? I mean, essentially, I guess he's saying, Simon, is that there's less hands he can get paid off with than hands that actually beat him and are gonna punish him.
So after the opening exchanges in this, the no-limit leg of the Party Poker Live big game, the guy who owns the casino sits atop the profit and loss leaderboard, Leon Sukernick, 64,000 euros to the good and only just getting warmed up. As are we all. Time to sign off for this episode, but there's plenty more high-stakes cash game action to come on the Party Poker Live Big Game Germany. See you next time.